Next slide, sir. So, as we already discussed about that crop diversification is a strategy. It is a strategy to maximize the use of land, water, and other resources for the overall agricultural development of the country. And the farmers are provided with different viable options to grow different crops in different agroclimatic conditions to avoid risk and uncertainty. So it is a shifting from the less profitable crops to high profitables like fruits and vegetables. It is changing a variety and cropping system as per the agroecological conditions, agroclimatic conditions, and also it increase the exports and competitiveness in the both domestic and international markets. Next slides. So they are the factors we have categorized. These fact we have
ଆଜି
categorized.
ତ ମୋବାଇଲରେ ଗୋଟେ ବେଶୀ ଚାଲିଛି ପୁରା 10ଟାରୁ 5ଟା ପୁରା ଆଜି।
So we have categorized these factors of diversification as resource-related factors, like what resources we have: irrigation, rainfall, then soil fertility; technology-related factors, starting from seed to processing facilities; household-related factors, like what is the requirement of food and fodder, what is the investment capacity; and price-related factors, what is the input price and output price, or economic policies; and institutional and infrastructure related factors like research extension, policymakers, marketing systems, farm size, holding, everything depends upon the crop diversifications. Next slides. And if you go for the horticulture, why horticulture is important for the crop diversifications? You know, horticulture is highly relevant in case of crop diversifications because it this sector includes a wide range of different crops, maybe fruits, vegetables, tuber crops, medicinal aromatic crops, spices, flowers. So these 5 points I categorize how why horticulture is important for crop diversification. That is for economic security. As you know, the horticulture crops give more benefit, more return from unit area than other field crops. Nutritional security, as you know that most of the fruits, vegetables, other crops, horticulture crops, they are highly rich in proteins, vitamins, antioxidants, micronutrients. So they have a nutritional security. Then social security, as you know that most of the farmers in our eastern region, they are most small and marginal farmers. So the crop diversification with horticulture adapts well in case of these small and marginal farmers. Security, we have different ecosystem like forest ecosystem where we can diversify the horticulture crops. Then environment security, as already we have discussed in the inaugural session, even though our biodiversity is depleting day by day. If you take an example of vegetables, we have more than 300 group of vegetables, but now only we are stressing only 7 group of vegetables. So that is a loss of biodiversity. There is a loss and more increase in problems. So the horticulture is more suitable for as a climate resilient crop diversification, and both biotic and abiotic stress tolerance comes from horticulture, sir. Next. And we go with the different dimensions of this horticultural crop diversifications. As we know that the increasing variability of weather conditions and the growing societal demand for low input agriculture. Now here we are talking about the conservative agriculture, zero input tillage. So there is a demand for the low input agriculture. So the farming become more and more sensitive to risk and uncertainty. So in this case, the diversification plays an important role for avoiding this risk and uncertainty due to increasing variability of weather conditions, demand for low agriculture input agriculture, increase in price volatile markets. And if you see that if we grow diversity of species, it means that the diversity of responses to the given soil and climatic conditions. So our environment will become the stabilizing effect. We grow more than one crops, different crops intercropping system. So it will go diversity of response to given soil and climatic conditions. So the system becomes more adaptable by the farming community. Next. And another thing I just like to I just stress on the species effect. We are going the intercropping into diversity on intercropping system, diversity in crop cultivation, diversity in crop rotation, and diversity in intercropping system will lead to crop production optimizations, enhancing soil health by increasing soil fertility, nutrient efficiency, and preventing the spread of soil-borne diseases. And when we grow the more than one crops, so there is no doubt this will lead to the both risk and reduction and yield increase. Since most crop association lead to overall increase in production and yield. Next. And if you go for the national commitments, as you found that for crop diversification, we have food and nutritional security. As you know, poverty eradication is the major objectives in plant development. The magnitude problem is very staggering, and the absolute number is also not decreasing as we are expected. So the horticulture plays an important role as a crop diversification for the food nutrition security, and also NRM plot soil land. As you know, our soil resource is very limited. around 142 million hectares. We can't increase, we can't expansion the net zone area, but there is a judicious use of land and water resources. Then planning approach. We shall give the agroclimatic regional planning approach for local needs and the basic resources. Next. Next, as for the Odisha prosperity concerns, sir, our government is taking maximum steps for the crop diversity horticulture during different programs like crop diversification program under megalith points, crop diversity under organic farming, crop diversity under 5T programs. Sir, just a record last 2021 and 2021, around 19,000 hectares has been diverted to vegetables under crop diversity megalith points. Similarly, under 5T programs, around 14,000 hectares has been diverted to horticulture, and also from last 10 years under organic farming we have made around 20,000 hectares of horticulture crops. So all are involved, all are evolved around this crop diversification programs. Next, so what is the in Odisha, if you consider what is the main object, because we have 10 agroclimatic zones starting from the high altitudes to the low value crops. So there is a huge potential for growth various horticulture crops and cash crops. And we have a district with higher dependence on greater groundwater. So there is higher potential of crop diversifications. And our government is trying very hard to develop post-harvest primary and secondary infrastructures to give a boost to the value addition and emphasizing on post-harvest. And we are linking with market infrastructure and roads and transport, and we have a huge potential of forest ecosystems, and there we can use this horticulture as a diversifications. So with this I conclude my short speech. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, and thank you for this giving this opportunity to share my views on this role of horticulture of diversification, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Acharya. Now, may I request esteemed speaker from Andhra Pradesh to please make her presentation. Again, may I request esteemed speaker from Andhra Pradesh to make presentation? Okay, probably nobody has joined from Andhra Pradesh. Now, may I switch over to next panelist? Actually, there is a change. Instead of Sri Nandakumar, Director Horticulture Bihar, Madam Pooja will be presenting. May I now request Madam Pooja to make her presentation?
Sir, her audio connection is weak.
Yeah, we are getting a message that her audio connection is weak. We are waiting for a moment. For Madam Pooja to make a presentation.
Pooja, your voice is not audible.
Am I audible now?
Yeah. Audible, madam. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. This is Pooja Sharma, and I'm engaged as head technical support group with the Directorate of Horticulture. And apologies from Director Horticulture, due to some engagement, he was not able to take this session. So very briefly and quickly, I'll share the few pointers from our state. So next, please. So, as everyone has very well discussed that, the horticulture is, in fact, a very important option going for a crop diversification. And as everyone is very well aware that Bihar, in fact, enjoys a very good position in terms of production, in terms of cereals also. But even in horticulture, it is one of the largest producers of vegetables. Even in fruit cultivation, it is one of the largest producers of lychee and third largest producers of pineapple, and of course a major producer of mango, banana, and guava as well. It is home to 4 GI tag producers, that is Bitli, Maghi Pan, Katarni Chawal, Zardalu mango, and also Shahi lychee. And in fact, GI tag is in process for makhana right now. And I mean, in terms of honey also, the state in fact enjoys a very leading position. Lychee, we all know it is the key state for lychee production, especially Shahi lychee, and of course the state also leads across globe in makhana production. Next, so we definitely see horticulture as one of the key, avenues for enhancing the crop diversification, and state is very progressive towards identifying the niche crops as well as exotic horticulture crops, how to enhance the awareness of farmers, how to enhance their technical capacity of cultivating these produces, so that they are very well aware, and of course linking them to the right markets, because production is one thing, but of course getting connected to the right market is very important. And definitely the enhancing the post harvest management components around these horticulture produces. So just would like to share few of the key schemes and initiatives which the Directorate of Horticulture is undertaking to enhance these, crop diversification areas. We have a special crop scheme which in fact contributes majorly towards crop diversification. We have covered through this apple, which is, would have been unheard of in Bihar, but we have a unique variety which is now being promoted in a few of the selected districts with this special scheme. Many people don't know that Kishanganj district in Bihar is in fact has a very good production of tea. So we are now we have brought this tea plantation scheme as well for the state. We are also promoting Rajnigandha, Sehjan, which is a niche crop for us, and of course Maghi pan cultivation. Of course, pertaining to the medicinal properties. We also have a Center of Excellence for fruits and one for vegetables in the state, and both of these centers are in fact playing quite a key role in promoting crop diversification through supplying planting material, of course training and capacity building of farmers as well. So as you can see from this slide, these are the major components of the scheme: apple tea, moringa, rajnigandha, betel leaf, onion, and of course training and capacity building is quite an important component. Next, please. So in case of apple, of course, the Harriman 99 variety is being promoted in 4 of the districts of the state, and the subsidy is being given in 3 phases, with first year being given 60%. For Moringa also, under the area expansion component, 75% of the subsidy is being given in the first year and rest 25 in the next. For tea also, from this year, we have brought a new scheme for area expansion. And of course, the potato seed production is also being undertaken so that the farmers have access to the right quality of planting material. Next, please. These are few of other components of the same scheme. For the dragon fruit is also being promoted as one of the exotic crops in the state, with the subsidy of 100%. Apple is there, as I shared, and potato seed production is also there. Next. Now, as I shared, the state leads makhana production. So we definitely are focusing on this produce quite a lot, and we have a dedicated scheme around makhana development, which uh, which in fact caters to from the seed production to in fact the processing part. It has different components. We do have seed production for the HIV variety of these produce, and we are also undertaking capacity building of the farmers. We are covering 8 districts which in fact house the key districts which are prominently producing makhana, and also the surrounding districts which have the potential to in fact go for a makhana production. This is basically to enhance the coverage also, and definitely we are focusing more on the farmers, and definitely on through a cluster based approach through farmer producer organizations or Jalkar Samoos also. And the total budget for this scheme is 4 crores and 49 lakhs, and in fact it also houses uh, a component of processing, so that the FPOs or any other group which is interested, they get the benefit of establishing a processing unit as well. Next, please.
Puja ma'am, just I will interfere if you can finish it within a minute.
Right, sir. This
And
is
you
the last
please
slide.
kindly focus on issues, challenges that you might have faced and the way
Right,
you
sir.
want to
As I
address it.
Right, sir. As
Right.
shared earlier, the key challenges towards horticulture, using horticulture as crop diversification is, of course, the awareness of farmers, what to produce, how to produce, having the technical backstopping support to do that, and that we are undertaking through, of course, our Center of Excellences, and of course, giving the right backstopping support through these key and important innovative initiatives. And of course, one of the key issues is also linking them to the right market. So we as technical support group and of course the directorate are also, we have a dedicated agri marketing wing to link these producers directly to the larger players, private players. In fact, we are promoting export also. This year we were able to facilitate export to Dubai and London of these GI tag producers. And of course, on the PHM components, that is also a key area of support which is required so that the wastage is lowest. So for that, we are having MIDH scheme, we have Agri Investment Promotion Policy, PMFME, and other initiatives which we are focusing to give the end-to-end support to the producers around this. So, sir, with this, I come to the end of the presentation. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Then we can move to Jharkhand.
Uh, Sir, good
Sir,
afternoon, sir.
voice is not coming.
This is Vijay Kumar, Deputy Director, Horticulture, sir.
Yes, yes, please.
Sir, Jharkhand is known for monocropped with paddy as the dominant crop. The cultivable land resources of the state has good potential for higher production of horticulture and forest products. Jharkhand state falls under the agroclimate zone 7. It is Eastern Plateau and Hilly region. It has been further divided into 3 subzones. The state receives annual rainfalls of 1200 to 1300 mm, and the climate ranges from dry semi-humid to semi-arid types. Undulating top sequence of the state and rain-fed agriculture have led to massive degradation of the soil, diverse agriculture practices, and low productivity. About 82% of annual rainfall occurs uh, within from mid-June to September. Sir. In general, soils of Jharkhand low to very low in available phosphorus and sulfur, medium available nitrogen and potassium, deficient in available boron. Sir. Despite good rainfall, the cropped area and cropping intensity are low. Adoption of technology is also poor, sir. So the state as a whole suffers from several critical gaps in agriculture and allied sectors. Sir. On this backdrop, the diversification of agriculture towards high-value commodities like fruits and vegetables. Sir, horticulture plays an important role in Jharkhand. Jharkhand has the required climate and soil to grow virtually anything here, sir. Apart from agriculture products, growing of horticulture has added significant from the points of view of its contribution to national income and employment generation. Sir, horticulture in this state major vegetables grown, sir. Like beans, bottle gourd, brinjal, cabbage, cauliflower, capsicum, okra, pumpkin, tomato, sir. We introducing here, sir, in fruits crops and vegetables like, sir, uh, dragon fruits, strawberry, Simultaneously, sir, flower and flower protected cultivation, rose, gerbera, gladulus, marigold, etc. are grown here, sir. In last 5 years, we have data, sir. We increase fruit area and production, sir. In 15-16, 96.53 thousand hectare is our area where production was 961.87 thousand metric tons, sir. In 2021, it increased area 105 and production 1285 thousand metric tons, sir.
Okay.
In case of vegetables, area 264 thousand hectare and production was 3373 thousand metric ton. In the year 2021, it increased 310 area, whereas production was 3784 thousand metric tons. Sir, we introduced new crop of strawberry. In this year, we plant tea and coffee in this state, sir.
Okay.
Some suggestion. Sir, new technology, apiculture, of irrigation facility to be increased, sir.
Okay.
Here, sir, we marketed some vegetables in the area of Chhattisgarh also, sir. Chhattisgarh, Odisha, West Bengal, and Bihar, sir. So, sir, we have some state plan, Udyan Vikas ki Yojana, where 82 crore, whereas Madhumakhi 10 crore, non-NHM scheme where 40 crore, sir. We introduced mushroom cultivation in the area, sir. About 3.36 crore provided, sir, to the farmers, sir. So thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Vijay. Then we'll go to Mr. Neeraj Shah from Chhattisgarh.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, please.
Please share my PowerPoint presentation.
Multiple login is equal.
Neeraj ji, you have to confine your discussions on issues and the way outs for addressing those issues, right?
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Okay.
Sir, sir, sir.
First time. सर ये एक ओवरव्यू छत्तीसगढ़ के बारे में सर. छत्तीसगढ़ जो हमारा स्टेट है 28 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं और यहाँ टॉप टू बॉटम आप देख रहे हैं 3 एग्रोक्लाइमेटिक जोन्स हैं हमारे पास. नॉर्दर्न हिली एरिया है, छत्तीसगढ़ प्लेन्स का एरिया है और बस्तर प्लेटू है. टोटल ज्योग्राफिकल एरिया 138 हेक्टेयर्स है सर. उसमें से फॉरेस्ट कवर करीब 46% है और जो क्रॉप्ड एरिया है हमारा अबाउट 35% ऑफ टोटल ज्योग्राफिकल एरिया है सर. रेनफॉल एवरेज अच्छा है, 1200 करीब मिलीमीटर हमारा रेनफॉल है सर. इरिगेटेड एरिया हमारे पास कम है. ये हमारा एक इश्यू है सर क्रॉप डाइवर्सिफिकेशन के लिए कि 33% अभी तक हमारे पास इरिगेटेड एरिया है, जबकि वैसे हम जो अंडरग्राउंड वाटर अवेलेबिलिटी है उसी को सबसे ज्यादा एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हैं और ड्रिप और स्प्रिंकलर इरिगेशन के थ्रू या माइक्रो इरिगेशन में सबसे ज्यादा यही सोर्स ऑफ इरिगेशन है हमारे यहाँ इरिगेशन हॉर्टिकल्चरल क्रॉप्स के इरिगेशन के लिए. फार्मर्स का जैसा स्टेटस आप देख रहे हैं सर, मार्जिनल फार्मर्स 60% करीब मार्जिनल फार्मर्स हैं जिनके पास बहुत ज्यादा कैपिटल नहीं होता. तो हॉर्टिकल्चरल क्रॉप्स को लगाने के लिए इनिशियली जो कैपिटल की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है वो भी मार्जिनल फार्मर्स होने के कारण एक कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है कि हॉर्टिकल्चरल क्रॉप्स का डाइवर्सिफिकेशन थोड़ा स्लो है, बट फिर भी काफी तेजी से हम हॉर्टिकल्चरल क्रॉप्स का एरिया हमारा स्टेट बनने के बाद से बढ़ा रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. सर जो हमारी स्ट्रेंथ है जो मैंने कहा कि हमारे पास 3 एग्रोक्लाइमेटिक जोन है। नॉर्दर्न हिली एरिया हमारा जो है, वहाँ कुछ हमारे सरगुजा डिवीजन के डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं, छत्तीसगढ़ प्लेन्स है और बस्तर प्लेटू है। तो जहाँ हमारे पास हिली एरिया है, वहाँ हमारे पास में कुछ टेम्परेट क्लाइमेट वाली जो फ्रूट्स हैं, जिनकी लाइकिंग है टेम्परेट क्लाइमेट्स, उनको भी हम कर पा रहे हैं। और प्लेन्स में तो जो मेजर क्रॉप्स हैं, मैंगो, बनाना, पपाया, फ्रूट क्रॉप्स और वेजिटेबल्स। बस्तर जहां हमारा प्लेटू एरिया है सर, वहां हम कैशियो को प्रमोट कर रहे हैं। और अभी रिसेंटली हमने कॉफी बोर्ड का भी हमारे यहाँ स्टेट में गठन हुआ है, तो हम कॉफी पे भी काम करना शुरू करने वाले हैं। तो ये हमारी स्ट्रेंथ है कि हमारे पास एग्रोक्लाइमेटिक जोन्स, 3 डिफरेंट जोन्स होने के कारण हम डाइवर्सिफिकेशन पे, और वो भी हॉर्टिकल्चरल क्रॉप्स लेकर जा सकते हैं। सॉइल्स का भी आप देख रहे हैं कि सॉइल्स भी हमारे पास में काफी वैरायटी ऑफ सॉइल्स है। नॉर्दर्न हिली एरिया जो है हमारा, वो टेम्परेट इफेक्ट देता है, जैसा मैंने आपको बताया। तो वहाँ हम टेम्परेट रीजन में जो क्रॉप्स हो सकती है, स्पेशली लीची, पियर, प्लम, इनको प्रमोट कर रहे हैं। प्लेन एरिया में समर टेम्परेचर 45 डिग्री तक चला जाता है और विंटर्स बहुत माइल्ड हैं। तो यहाँ प्लेन एरिया में हमारा मेजर क्रॉप्स बनाना, गुआवा, पपाया और बनाना, ये 4 फ्रूट क्रॉप्स हैं। वेजिटेबल्स तो लगभग सभी प्लेन एरिया में अच्छे से आ रही हैं। बस्तर का जो प्लेटू एरिया है, प्लेटू एरिया में जैसा मैंने आपको बताया, कैशियो हमारा एक अच्छी क्रॉप है। चिली का एक मेजर एरिया है सर ये हमारा। चिली यहाँ से हम काफी बड़े क्षेत्र में हम चिली ग्रो करते हैं, और एडजॉइनिंग स्टेट्स आंध्र प्रदेश वगैरह में भी हमारी ग्रीन चिली हम हमारे फार्मर्स बाहर भेज रहे हैं। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। ये क्लाइमेटिक जोन वाइज जो जैसा अभी मैंने आपको बताया कि डाइवर्सिटी होने के कारण नॉर्दर्न एरियाज में जो फ्रूट्स हैं और वेजिटेबल्स हैं, स्पाइसेस हैं और फ्लावर्स हैं, जो नॉर्दर्न एरिया के, वो हम कौन कौन से प्रमोट कर पा रहे हैं। प्लेन्स एरिया के भी आप देख रहे होंगे, हमारे पास वैरायटी ऑफ
हाँ नीरज जी बताइए। Am I audible?
Sir, maybe because of network issue, sound is not coming.
Okay.
Sir, should we go to other speakers? And
Yes, we will. हाँ नीरज जी? No. Then we will move to West Bengal. West Bengal. Is there anyone from West Bengal?
Myself, Professor Ashutosh Sarkar from UVKV.
Yes. Okay, fine.
Actually, sir, one thing happened. We received the invitation only late evening yesterday.
Okay, that's good. Actually, you were here.
I'm Associate Director of Research of UVKV, Uttar Bangla Krishi
Okay.
Vishwavidyalaya. So
Yes.
I can share some experience of my region.
Yes.
Actually, we are comprised 6 agroclimatic zones are there in West Bengal. And in our vicinity, 6 districts are covered, northern districts. And we have 3 agroclimatic zones. One is hill, another is terai, and one is old alluvial zone. So what experience we are getting from here, I can share that.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir. Actually, horticulture is the only avenue through which the diversion can be expanded. Actually, diversion, the basic reasons basic reason regarding crop diversion is for mitigating the risk as well as augmenting the income. So far you can say that, and there is also a vertical diversion as well as horizontal diversion. So thing is that in regarding the expansion of diversification through crop modification, yes, that is possible, but that will be mainly related to risk aversion, weather mitigation, or like that, risk aversion. But if we consider related to economy, that means income protection. In that case, horticulture is the basic alternative way through which expansion can be made. There is no other way. That's why we have focused in our university also, from our university side, we are promoting different models of horticulture related to, suppose nowadays the areca nut price is going high, and this is the place, Terai region is the place about for natural, it's the natural crop in Terai region. So we have developed a good model through multi-storage production, multi-storage cropping system. Different 3 or 4 models we have developed for areca nut plantation, where from people are getting areca nut as well as your black pepper. So it's a good return, and that model we are showing, and farmers are accepting. Another thing is that regarding medicinal plants, we have also developed watch, the production systems we have developed, and we have a very good farmers reciprocating units. But thing is that due to marketing problem, we are not suggesting farmers till now that go for large venture. Otherwise, they will go for loss. But the technology and other things are ready with us. Another thing is in this area, do you know it very well that the tea plantation is being replacing the general field crops. So vast areas are converting to tea plantation, and farmers are now getting good remuneration from tea leaf. Actually, the estate type of tea gardens are not working now. Now the farmers are growing tea leaf because they know the crop husbandry, and with low cost they can produce the tea leaf. And bottle factories has already been grown by agri entrepreneurs, and one section of farming community they are growing tea leaf, and another section of farming community, the mainly social youths, they are making the tea factory, and thereby a good scenario has been developed, and our domestic market, huge demand of tea is there. So it's a very good upcoming emerging things. In case of through horticulture, we are getting that diversification. Related to our pineapple, we are thinking about introduction of pineapple, but thing is that MD2 variety of pineapple, which have export potentiality, we are trying for that. And yeah, the domestic demand of pineapple is not so high, but the thing is that we are also trying about that. And in case of Malda regions, good potentiality of actually in Malda region, we know about the mango orchard, but nowadays people are switching over to mango is an old one, and guava. So guava is a very good opportunity for going in Malda. And also we are talking, we are growing orchids. Actually, orchid is a good potential in export. Actually, in this area, we are targeting mainly export. And large cardamom, we are focusing. Ginger, turmeric, and shaded area, in orchard area, we are growing turmeric, and we have already produced ginger variety as well as turmeric variety. But thing is that in case of turmeric, erode, my good friends from Andhra Pradesh, they know it very well. Erode is a myth, and the quality of erode turmeric we cannot cover. But thing is that our turmeric is also having good curcumin character, and thereby they are also getting good remuneration. And dragon fruit, that is also coming. And one thing is that in case of horticulture, we have introduced mushroom. From our university, we could develop the mushroom production system. We are supporting the spawn, and also we have given training on spawn, and thereby vast youths, they are growing mainly here button mushroom they are growing, and we are exploring the mushroom market of Bhutan.
Dr.
Here-
Ashutosh, only have 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Mushroom market of Bhutan, as well as total northeast mushroom, we are supporting from here. So through horticulture, another thing is that we have developed one with potato. We are using pumpkin, and huge amount of pumpkins are growing today, and the pumpkin is supported to South India, where it is used as sauce. So when potato is a risky crop, even when potato is not giving non-remunerative, in that case the pumpkin is supporting. So in this way, through horticultural and banana, we have introduced banana in riverbed. First of riverbeds has been covered by banana production. So in this way, through horticultural intervention, we have achieved a tremendous scope for crop diversification. So that is our experience I am sharing with you. Thank you.
Okay,
Sir.
thank you. Then last, if anybody from Andhra Pradesh is present, please respond, or else we'll open this for discussion. Do you have anyone from Andhra Pradesh?
We are expecting Dr. Kiran from Andhra Pradesh. He is joining. If he joins, he will come and speak. But we can start our open discussion, sir.
Okay, then it is open for everyone to respond.
I invite all the participants to put questions if there is any.
सर बिहार और झारखंड के जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हैं उनसे क्वेश्चन है कि उनके यहाँ हॉर्टिकल्चर क्रॉप्स का क्या इधर लास्ट 5 इयर्स में कुछ एरिया एक्सपेंशन हुआ है, और अगर एरिया एक्सपेंशन हुआ है तो क्या कोई फील्ड क्रॉप या स्पेशली व्हीट से या राइस से कोई क्रॉप डाइवर्सिफिकेशन हुआ है, या उनका कोई प्रोग्राम पॉलिसी है इसके बारे में?
Madam Pooja from BR? Or Vijay ji, Jharkhand?
Sir, can I join, sir, from Andhra Pradesh? Director Atma?
Yes.
For
But
discussion,
ma'am,
sir?
yes, ma'am, but you have to finish it within 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
The house is
Yes,
already
sir.
open
Yes,
for
sir.
discussion, right?
Yeah. It is
Yes.
only for discussion, sir.
Yeah, what you can do, you just briefly tell us what are the issues or challenges faced for crop diversification in Andhra Pradesh, and what are the way out to meet those challenges.
Yes,
Only
sir.
on
Yes,
these
sir.
two aspects, if you can talk for 1 to 2 minutes, that will be sufficient for
Okay,
us.
sir.
Right?
Okay, sir.
Please.
Diversification and food security are the important aspects, sir, which are being addressed in the state by involving small and marginal farmers. The shift in the cropping system, especially from rice cultivation to ID crops concept, is being popularized across the states, sir, especially concentrating in coastal districts, sir. The expansion of area under ID crops and Rabi was largely promoted, sir, through the grassroots level. Village extension workers across the state in 10,778 Raitu Bharosa Kendras, sir. Prospectus means credit facility for the newly introduced crops to be provided, sir. Second thing, value addition and food processing areas to be concentrated, especially for millet crops, sir. Third one is remuneration prices for ID crops for encouraging farmers towards crop diversification, sir. Next item, farm mechanization means community hiring centers for being promoted across the state, sir. And same were started functioning also, sir. Next, last but not least, training farmers and extension staff and improved farm machinery aspect also taken into the consideration, sir. And last one is skill training, sir, to rural youth on repair and maintenance aspects of farm machinery, sir, is also being taken up, sir. Thank you very much. From my side, Andhra Pradesh, this is enough, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Then ma'am Pooja or Vijay ji from Jharkhand, you can respond now. Okay, I think they're not able to listen. Then anybody having any suggestions or any queries?
Sir, I am Ramesh. I am Ramesh from CYST, working in one organizations. Now I am
Okay.
currently working in South Odisha. So I want to know what are the suitable crops for diversification, in particular this South Odisha, in Koraput, Malkanagiri, Raigada, and Nabarangpur districts. So if anybody can be share, it's good for
Yes,
our
yes,
field actually.
yes. That will be shared. That will be shared. Okay. Then any other?
Sir, I am Susan from Wasan. Sir, why the dragon fruit introduced, which is a exotic species
Right.
and which has less demand, and maybe locally marketing aspects is not there. So, as I already heard the speaker said, dragon fruit is introduced. Can it be replaced to our indigenous fruit? That's my
Right.
theory.
You are very right, but we are discussing only on that aspects. If nothing, something is seeming impossible, we are here to make it possible. That is the message, right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any other suggestions?
Hello, sir. I am Kamalakant from Wasan, Odisha.
Okay.
Sir, horticultural crop diversification has a scope or opportunity for vertically production system. There is a scope for the 5-layer model like ground level ginger, turmeric, and next level.
No, you just come to point.
Yes. Has a scope for the vertical production system.
Okay, we noted it. We noted it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Then any other? Any other suggestions or queries?
May I request any participants to please put on questions if there is any. Now, may I request Chairman sir to please conclude the session with his kind concluding remark.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, see, and the outset itself for these sessions, we requested to have focus on the issues or the challenges made by us in making this diversification program a success in the preceding years by all concerned, means states like Andhra Pradesh or this BR, Chhattisgarh, West Bengal, and ourselves. But mostly the discussion was confined to the schemes or the crops that are being promoted in those states. That is good. One way it has also given one means outlook on the issues they might have faced during implementation of those schemes or promoting those crops in their respective states. Yes, it is good, but we have received a lot of points from their discussions. Like your technology based crop diversification, then cropping system, cropping pattern, then crop rotation based diversifications. Then one most important thing is that when you you are entering into a new system of cultivations, their awareness and capacity building, as rightly pointed out by Madam Pooja from Bihar. That is good. Yes, this extension mechanism that has to be put in place before going for any new diversification programs. Then from Jharkhand, they talked about this soil health management. Once you are going to divert from your traditional crops to some other remunerative crops, you need to assess the health of the soil on which this has to be promoted. Then from Chhattisgarh, yes, irrigation is one aspect. Unless otherwise you provide assured irrigation facilities for the crops to be promoted, you won't expect that remuneration means from those crops. Then from West Bengal's, risk mitigation and income generation are the two aspects of this crop diversification program as he apprised, and for that horticulture having potential both for vertical and horizontal diversification, including all medicinal crops, tuber crops, spices, and others, exotic crops, as he rightly mentioned out. Then from Andhra Pradesh, Madam also highlighted on this mechanization, then training, skill driving for unskilled rural youth who will be the drivers of this crop diversification program after post harvest. So all these points are really good. And at this means the basic objective of having this session is to learn the challenges we will be facing in diversifying the cropping systems we are adopting at present from the traditional rice-based cropping pattern to some other non-rice-based cropping pattern like horticulture crops, and the way the states have addressed it. And particularly, I was just looking at the way Bihar is implementing this. For horticulture crops, whatever has been taken up by Bihar, the subsidy assistance per crop is at least 50% or to the tune of 100% for crops that have been newly introduced. That's good. And all other states means has to look into those aspects. If crop diversification has to be a successful model or successful program by the government of India, then these are the some aspects where we have to learn from each other and we have to implement in our states to make it successful. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Almost in time, we are going to complete this session. Let me take the privilege to profusely thank Director Horticulture, Sri Rohit Kumar Lenkaji, for chairing this session and managing so well. Let me also take the privilege to thank Pooja Sarmaji, Vijay Kumarji, Niraja Sahaji, then Kiranji from Andhra Pradesh. Of late, she joined and she gave her input. Let me thank everybody. And let me seek the permission of the chairman to conclude the session here, and we'll move for a short video for the benefit of the participants.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Odisha is a leading agrarian state of India. It has earned recognition at the national level from time to time with giant strides.